Hi, thanks for watching. You're watching Crash Course by Katie Tucker on the history of World War I. Today we will be learning about the use of gas. Gas was not used before World War I because the civilized war excluded gas. By the 19th century, there was an unwritten code between professional soldiers that was designed to limit the bar to themselves and civilians. The knowledge of gas as a poison built up because of agriculture in the late 19th century. Smoke was used by men long before wars, such as in Greenwood fires, to drive enemies and animals from caves. Once in the open, the disoriented men and animals would be clubbed, speared, or otherwise eliminated.
Oh! My eyes! My eyes!
Romans used a type of wind-blown ash to cause blindness during the campaign in Spain. Greek fire, used during the Middle Ages, had acrid fumes as a byproduct. Among the inventions of Leonardo da Vinci was gas used for war. A French general, Pellissier, was recalled for suffocating a tribe of Kabis with a smoke cloud of alud ria in 1845. That same year, the British had examined the use of gas-filled French were the first to use gas as a weapon. In the first month of the war, August 1914, they fired tear gas grenades against the Germans. In the capture of Neuve Chapelle in October 1914, the German army fired shells at the French, which contained a chemical irritant whose result was to induce a violent fit of sneezing and vomiting. On January 31st, 1915, tear gas was employed by the Germans for the first time on the Eastern Front. It was unsuccessful, so they fixed it and used it against the French in March 1915. The first poisonous gas, chlorine, came on April 22nd, 1915, at the start of the Second Battle of Ypres. The French troops noticed that around 5 p.m. there was a curious yellow-green cloud drifting slowly towards the line. They thought it was masking an infantry attack and prepared for an infantry attack. But the cloud was not masking an infantry attack, and it instead signaled the first use of chlorine gas on the battlefield.
The effects of chlorine gas are severe.
Within seconds of inhaling its vapor, chlorine destroyed the victim's respiratory organs, bringing on a choking attack.
Mustard gas got its name from its slight mustard garlic smell.
Mustard gas effects lasted from 3 to 7 days depending on the terrain. It was a respiratory irritant, and it also attacked exposed skin and eyes, often inducing temporary blindness. In 1918, an Austrian serving as the German corporal, Adolf Hitler, was blinded temporarily by British mustard around Ypres. Mustard had a delayed action of 4 to 24 hours, depending on its concentration. The victim could be incapacitated for 2 days or for months. Unless death occurred during the first few days, recovery was almost certain. This is my roommate Megan, and she will be interviewing old people for us today. Hi!
Could you please talk about your experience in World War I?
Yeah. Monica's victims have arrived. This is one of the most sad and horrible results of the war. Some of the boys tell me that many of the soldiers throw away most of their equipment during combat in order to lighten their load and enjoy some freedom of
You've so kindly shared us some of your diary. Would you please honor us by sharing us with more?
Always. Wearing the gas mask and carrying the rest of the load is oppressive because breathing becomes very difficult. The poisonous gases give you a few seconds to hold your breath in until the gas mask is in place. Doing this on the battlefield where death is all around requires steady nerves that are difficult to maintain.
Gas was a major component in World War I. Could you please share your experiences with it?
Gas travels quietly, so you must not lose any time. You generally have about 18 or 20 seconds in which to adjust your gas helmet.
If you wouldn't mind, could you please share a story with your experiences in gas?
One time, a company man put on our right was too slow in getting on his helmet. He sank to the ground, clutching at his throat. After a few spasmodic twistings, went west. It was horrible to see him die, but we were powerless to help him. In the corner of a traverse, a little muddy curdle, one of the company's pets, was lying dead.
The use of poisonous gas in World War I greatly increased the amount of casualties, and it changed how the war worked. It was not used again in World War II because of the harsh outcomes on the people and the environment. This crash course could not have been made without the help of my lovely roommate Megan Baca, my Spanish actress Natalia Pena, the best German around Sophia Rutt, and the great acting of Jenna Gallowich. See you never! Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.